Good afternoon, this is Lucky Links. For those of you who don't know, on December 6th, I will be doing a presentation for the World Divination Association on manifesting. And I have been seeing a lot of things that people have been saying about how to bring things to being in your life. And there's some things out there that people are being told that I think is creating a lot of pain for them, a lot of suffering, and it's needless. One of the first things that I keep seeing people say over and over again is, in order for you to have the kind of future that you want to have, you have to be able to visualize it. If you can't visualize it, well, the subconscious can't bring it into being, because that's how the subconscious works. For those of us who actually do work with the subconscious and work with clients through hypnosis and through mind sciences, I'm here to tell you that is not necessarily how the subconscious works, and it is not necessary for you to see something in order to bring it into being. For one thing, there are individuals who actually do visualize things, but their mind edits it and doesn't allow them to see the visualizations that they are having. I have had several clients who are actually visualizing a situation. They're actually viewing the situation, watching the situation, visualizing the situation. They don't know that they're doing it. Visual input is only one way that we receive information. There are a whole lot of ways that we receive information, and sometimes it's really more beneficial for us to use one of those other ways that an individual receives information, because it's more potent or powerful to bring into being whatever it is that that person's trying to bring into being. And I have on several occasions used, actually more than several occasions, quite a few occasions, used something other than a visual form of information to either bring something into being or create a different outcome for a person, or help a person shift or give them new options. Now, if you find yourself actually worrying about the fact that you can't visualize something to bring it into being, let yourself off the hook. It may be that you're actually using other methods to bring your reality into being, and you don't have to pressure yourself or create cognitive dissonance. And in fact, you may actually be visualizing things and not even know it. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing I wanted to say is that from a Tibetan Bon cosmologist point of view, there are patterns that you bring in that are in your birth cosmology that actually tells us what actually might stand in the way of your manifesting or bringing into being a particular thing. Now, one of the things that I find so frustrating about what's going on out there and the information that's being fed to people about things like manifesting and spiritual development and psychic, how to develop your psychic gifts, how to read cards, all the stuff that you guys have seen me do on this station. One of the most frustrating things that I always see is the one size fits all, the blanket answer. Tell me what the card means at all times. This is always the way it is for all people. This is exactly what's going on the spiritual plane for all people. You are an individual who has individual patterns that you brought in with you. You have individual pieces that make up who you are. And you have a specific thing that is only unique to you, that you are trying to be while you are here, that you are trying to become. And I've said this in my videos before. From my own experience, when I started out down this path, looking through the New Age, learning hypnosis, working as a psychic, I became very frustrated in people who were saying, well, it's this way for everyone, because it rarely was that the answer for me. And as I continued to work and look deeper, I found out that usually those answers were the one size fits all, were usually pretty superficial. And if I wanted a deeper outcome or a deeper change, well, then I needed to go a little bit deeper and do some work on my own. So this one size fits all approach, I'm going to warn against it, because it's likely to, in the end, either be superficial or not get necessarily as deep as you may need to get to change an outcome for something, if that's what you're looking to do. There's one more thing I'd like to add to all of this now as well. Things are heating up right now. People are going to be looking for information. People are going to be looking for answers. It's getting kind of spooky out there. People are facing a lot of challenges, a lot of problems. The astrology is very challenging right now, and people are having to deal with a lot. I have watched people spend hours and hours and hours and hours of time, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, investing all of their resources, all of their energy in developing bad habits. In all the areas of my work, I've seen this again and again and again. People will spend thousands of hours watching TV, thousands of dollars spending on drink or food that's bad for them. They will spend countless hours complaining or viewing things that feed their anxiety, or getting involved in situations that gossip, things like that, things that like destroy their energy, pull their energy out of them, weaken them, make bad habits happen in their lives. They spend so much time investing in that. And then they want suddenly to heal it all. Because it gets to the point where it's like a big pile of junk and it's weighing down on them and they need to get rid of it. And they'll come to someone who either reads cards, or is a hypnotist, or is a psychotherapist, or is a nutritionist, or who is a physical therapist, and they'll say, fix this, and fix it now. And then you'll start working with them, and then you go, okay, this is what's coming out, this is what's showing itself now, we may have to look at this again. Well, wait, why didn't it all fix? Why didn't it fix with that one thing? And then you go, okay, how many hours have you spent drinking? How many hours have you spent eating this that now you suddenly want the weight to all go away 1 second? How many hours have you spent investing in the bad habits? And why do you expect and demand that everything be fixed instantly? There's going to be a lot of people out there right now, as things get weirder, who say this is the instant fix. There isn't an instant fix. It's going to take time to get through the bad habits, to get through the garbage, to change things, to make shifts. Now, I have seen situations in hypnosis where very quickly I could help a person change a bad habit, like quitting smoking or something like that. Or in cosmology, or doing a crystal mirror for someone, doing some Tibetan magic, and then instantly and something shifts. I've had clients who were having money problems, and I hooked them up with His Holiness Padma Gampo Rinpoche, and they started doing offerings to the Tibetan wealth god, and all of a sudden things shifted for them very quickly. But generally speaking, our bad habits, those habits that we build up, those patterns that inhibit those things that we want to bring out in our lives, those successes we want to have, those things we want to manifest, those bad habits have been built up over a long period of time. And sometimes it takes a good bit of time and effort on your part to shift them. And you do yourself a disservice to demand them to be done instantly. You also do yourself a disservice to not ask yourself what you're learning from the process of going through fixing and changing them, because that's where the treasure really comes. And when you learn those things, and when they give you treasure, you gain the ability then to help other people as well. And that is truly a miracle and miraculous, and what we as human beings need right now. I would like to say, to sum up, we human beings are here, and we have a responsibility when we incarnate as humans. Humans have a responsibility to something bigger, and people aren't thinking about that right now. We're not just about consuming, we're not just about bringing our wishes into being. There's a reason why we are here, and we all come in for that reason that is unique to us. And if we don't become that thing, well, we deny everyone in the world the treasure and wealth that we could have brought to all of them by becoming what we truly came in to be. I am Lucky Links, as always, wishing you success and good fortune in all that you do. If you guys would like to schedule a reading with me, contact me 779-302-8009 or conjurehope@gmail.com. We can do cards, I can do crystal mirror, I can do astrology chart. Those of you who had your charts done already, there's so much more we can do with them. There are so many different ways we can put the pieces together and tell you what's going on. And some of you have already been doing this, and it's been really fun to break this stuff down and see what's really going on, and to watch the realization happen on people's faces when they go, oh my God, that's what's going on. If you guys would like to take a class in divination, I have one in how to read tarot. I have one in how to read Lenormand. Actually, 2 how to read tarot, 2 in how to read Lenormand, 2 in how to read playing cards. One of them has some actual games in it that will actually help you get out of your own way and become more intuitive. How to read Mexican Loteria, or how to read crystal balls through scrying. If you want to take any of these or schedule with me, 779-302-8009 or conjurehope@gmail.com.